Well, as they say, we're up at bat again. This is swing number 3 at this Sunday session. Good morning, YouTube. Here I am now 8 minutes late to my own party. I started the first one, but I had the chat set up. I'm trying some new chat settings. That was incorrect. Something's got to be incorrect in a Doug Conn stream. You know we never bat 100%, so swing and a miss on that one. I started the stream back up. For some reason, YouTube put it in private, so I've had a nice loose warm-up to the events at hand. Now, hey, chat, welcome back. Thanks for hanging with me. We're back for swing number 3. I've said this a couple of times. I'm saying it the third time now. Let me repeat myself for those of you not in my house or that missed the first minute of that other stream. We're doing a Sunday session today. This is an intensive learning session for my YouTube members. Members, not subscribers, members. These are people that choose to spend a little bit of money on my platform. You get some extra learning materials. And yeah, that's what's happening here today. We're going to go over some card stuff, some wand stuff, and some coin stuff. It should be an exciting learning session. And let me welcome the chat to the stream. I see Goldberg and Goldbug. I always want to say Goldberg when I see your name, Goldbug. I'm an old wrestling fan. So Goldberg, Goldbug. Leonard, happy to see some members in the chat. When you do join the membership, you get a little badge that, well, Goldbug just got his 1 month, so I know you've been with me. You're rebooted. Thanks again for signing up. And good morning. Let's get started, huh? I could blabber about all kinds of stuff. You guys probably want to see some magic tricks. I've already seen this. Not only have I seen this trick a lot in my life, but I've done it a couple times this morning, and well, I'm going to do it again. It's fine. It's one of my favorites. It's in fact, it's one of the crowd favorites as well of all my original creations, and this is one of those. All the original creations, this one gets a lot of love. So it's a pick a card trick. Now, since you're there and I'm here, I'm going to have to do the picking for you, and we'll just do that randomly with a shuffle and a stop. And your task, if you choose to accept it, will be to remember the selection. So that'll be the selected card, the 6 of clubs. Yes, it doesn't matter if I see it. I'm actually not going to find that card. Yeah, I'm not going to find it. I don't have to find it. I have helper cards that will do that for me. So here they are for your entertainment pleasure. The Queen of Diamonds, her partner in crime, the Queen of Hearts. These 2 cards will go in search of one card. Yeah, one selected card, about 23 from the top. Look, they found one card. By the way, that's the move we're going to talk about today, the Reinhardt Mueller 3-card catch. That is the selected clubs. Good morning, Snoop. Morning, Snoop. So here we go. We'll do it again because the fun has just begun. We're going to ramp it up for the live stream as I put it backwards. Yeah, dead center into the middle of the deck. Watch as the 2 queens go once again in search of that selected card. We'll give it 2 cuts. Taking it easy this morning with the double undercut as the 2 queens find, yep, once again, one more card. And boy, this is actually an easy card to find as it is, it's a marked card. Yeah, that's right, the 6 of clubs, it's a marked card. If you don't know the subtle difference, you wouldn't know what to look for, but once you know, it kind of stands out pretty good. This is the mystery of the chameleon sandwich. Woo-ha! Good morning to Jesse Champlin and Tanya and Diono, is that how you pronounce it? Ashka, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining me on our Sunday morning session. So that trick, if you haven't seen it or not aware of it, was probably a surprise to you. It is to most people who see it, and I'm going to direct your attention, if you would like to learn that trick, to my tutorial playlist where I have described the chameleon sandwich in detail. Alternatively, you could spend some money, get my book, get my DVD set, but hey, it's waiting for you there for free right now. The reason this morning I decided to do, yeah, it's a kicker, that's right. The reason I decided to do this trick this morning, there's a couple of tie-ins here, and I'm not going to use this chameleon sandwich deck. I'm just going to confuse myself with this. Let me get a regular pack of cards into play here, and I'll talk about a couple things, but I'm not going to explain the chameleon sandwich trick. So this week's lesson, we discussed the tilt, or the depth illusion. This is the concept of burying a card into the middle of the deck so it looks like it goes into the depths, but we're actually just going under the top card, right? So that's a depth illusion. You can check this week's weekly Wednesday lesson to learn more about that. I use that move in this trick. And then the move we're going to discuss, which is a card catching technique, this one right here. This is integral into the chameleon sandwich, and I have had students ask me to teach this move in detail, so we're going to be doing that today. So, Mike, I think I've put links in this description. Certainly, if you go to the front page of my YouTube channel, there should be a join link right to the left of the subscription links. And you know what I'll do after this stream? I will pin a comment to the top, so it makes it easy access for anyone that wants to join. So, yeah, I'm still learning. Let me just direct you. I'm still learning all these things, and like, it's not easy for me to direct you there as well. Let me check my notes and see if, yeah, YouTube doesn't make it easy, but it's there. I mean, and I'll get you the link. Well, there we go. Leonard is giving some scoop in the chat. If you're in the member section, you can't join if you have an iPhone unless you have a Droid or a login on a computer. So an iPhone causes problems with the join button. There, we've learned something today. All right, what did I want to say? Welcome to the Sunday sessions. Join if you want to get these on the regular. I will be doing previews occasionally, and let's get started into the discussion. So yeah, I wanted to do some things that weren't card magic, some things that weren't coin magic. And I thought I'd take a little time today just to talk about a magic wand. In particular, one technique that I find quite useful as a professional. So let me zoom in here and tell you what we're going to talk about, and that is this flourish right here. I've described a few flourishes on both TikTok and YouTube. In fact, I have 10 uses for a magic wand on one of my videos, but of all the uses that I found, the drummer's wand spin, which is this, I'll get you here in this view, back up. The drummer's wand spin is probably the most valuable. Here's why. You can do it comfortably while you have items finger palmed. This is a secret technique, of course, to hide objects in your hand. I have to be a little extra descriptive today because no telling who's watching this stream. I don't want you to not have information. So finger palm is this, with the wand held as though you're writing. So it's like you're writing with a pencil. You're going to use and I hide it, it's a little higher grip than that. So it's a little higher than the crotch of my thumb, but it's basically a pencil grip. It's the second finger that I'm going to kick towards my forearm. I kick the second finger end of the pencil around the tip of my thumb. And I'm a lot more comfortable doing this right here. The second finger just kicks and it spins around the tip of the thumb. When I do this, the wand is a little off center, so it's extended towards the thumb just a little bit because it is going to rotate and lose some of that balance point. Now, so if I have an object finger palmed, same story, right? Now I'm going to be up in the air a little bit to conceal that object, be more of a spectator's view. So say this, I'll stand up and demonstrate this. Say I just done a false placement into this hand. I can reach for the wand, do that drummer's wand spin, and then effect the vanish. And spin the wand, and then make it vanish. So that's a valuable technique. If you want to learn something with the wand, learn to spin it around the tip of your thumb, just kick it with that second finger, and then use it to hide things in classic palm. I mean finger palm. I have a classic palm here. Let me give you a bonus. I'll give you a bonus thing. Well, this is a coin thing with a tip, with a, well here, let me just do this. I'll put it in the hand, watch the coin disappear. And that's the thing. This is a tapping action. And let me tell you this too. I learned both of these techniques from David Williamson. These are not his techniques. They're old as the hills. But kudos to David, and it's either Slide of Dave or Dave 2, where I was introduced to these techniques. I think some of them are described in his Williamson's Wonders book. I learned this from his Money Talks. Money Talks. So this is a technique for tapping the tip of a wand. I think it was originally done with a knife. When you have an item in classic palm, it's the tip of the wand that's tapping against the coin in my hand. So tippy tap tap as it rotates between the thumb and first finger, And of course, when I'm doing this for an audience, it's this view, right? That's a fun bit of business you can use with a wand and a coin or a knife. If you really want to see some if you really want to see some great things you can do with this, take a look at David Williamson's Money Talks. This is a brilliant 3-coin vanish and recovery. And this is not the real place to teach tricks. These sessions are not, I'm not trying to teach tricks per se, just techniques and subtleties, moves that you can advance your magic repertoire with. So we have the drummer's wand spin, finger palm, technique. That's, you got the classic palm tippy tap, and let's bridge the gap here. Let's bridge the gap as we go into the cards. I'll show you this thing. This was on my mind. I'm trying to come up with a, use this deck. I'm trying to come up with a short for this old bit of business. This is a thing I learned from Daryl many moons ago. Daryl Martinez, the magician's magician, Daryl Easton, the wonderful master who inspired me to do these things I do. Like when I was 17, Daryl was definitely one of my biggest inspirations. Hit you with the main cam here. Daryl does a couple tricks that are, he does one where he boomerangs a card, it spins back and lands in between 2 selections. He has a version of this trick which I've never seen anyone do, but I think it holds water. And the version of the trick is he throws a coin into the air and then catches the coin in the deck. And I think his version landed between 2 selections. But I think just having one card under control and finding just one is valid. And I think this moment is valid in other techniques. And maybe you'll see me do these on the shorts. But for now, I'm just sharing this moment of using the Charlier catch, the Charlier cut. The Charlier cut. This is the typical one-handed cut. This is the first one that most card guys or most beginners learn. If you don't know it, you're going to learn it now. It's between the first finger and pinky in a straddle grip. You allow the lower portion of the deck to fall into your hand. Your forefinger goes underneath it, and let me get this here, and pushes upwards, and then you allow the top packet to fall into the hands. And this is the Charlier cut. So practice that. When you get good at it, all you have to do is flip the coin and catch it in the Charlier. You combine those 2 actions together and get a moment like that. If you want to make it a trick, all you have to do is control the selected card to the top of the deck. Then you can have the coin find the card. And let me just give you an idea of when I talk about moments to follow this. Like Paul Harris has a great vanish called the Hi-Ho Silver Vanish, where he pretends to take the coin off the top of the deck, but he hides it underneath. And I'm not going to go into detail on this because I'm not even good at it and haven't worked out the details, but you could probably deduce it here. And that's what I'm talking about. You could do something like this, catch the coin in the deck, show the card that's underneath the coin, execute a Hi-Ho Silver Vanish, and then maybe load the coin back in the deck after it's disappeared. And that's some of the jam that I'm working on with a card in the coin. Let me say hi to chat, and I'm going to say hi Turkey, hello Israel, Switzerland. I love that we have an international group. Aksha, I'm happy you know some of these things. Note that I have to be simplistic and advanced at the same time. I'm trying to please everyone. I hope along the way that you get some information that you can use. Thanks for watching, and we'll continue on. And let me note this as well. On these sessions, my goal is to do 15 to 20 minutes of intensive teaching, hoping to get as much in as I can. And then we'll take about 5 or 10 minutes to do some Q&A. And boom, I see your request. Again, these sessions are not as much about doing the magic as they are teaching the student. So note this, as it is a member perk, and this is available for all members. When we do these events, they will be more focused. And what I'm saying here is that the people that are on for the live sessions will be interested in learning. It will be less, do a trick, do this, we'll have just this. I digress. Mr. Norbito's in the house, my fellow magic guy. I guess we could plug the magic guys. Well, hey, Josh, good to see you. We do. Josh is my partner, or actually, I'm their partner in crime on the Magic Guys podcast. If you're not watching or listening to us, happens every week. We have special member episodes for Patreons, and every week we're live with an episode and bonus events. We do jam sessions on the Zoom for the Patreons. It's a good time, and I like it. So. All right, let me check this deck, see the position that we're in, because I did want to talk about today at length the 2 and/or 3 card catch. The what? The 2 and/or 3 card catch. So let's talk about the 2 card catch. This is a thing that it's hundreds of years old. I know this. I know it's in this book. Expert at the Card Table, the Erdenes Classic, the Bible of Card Magic, wherein he describes a method of catching 2 selected cards. No less than Ricky J himself chose to use this effect, I think, as the closing moment to one of his card segments. I will often use it just as a way, let me get my screen so I can see what's happening here. Get rid of the refuse. I'll often use it as a way just to quickly remove a couple of cards I need. So if I need to take the 2 jokers out, I might do something like that. That's the 2 card catch, and we're going to expound on this slowly as time goes on today. We're going to talk about the 3 card catch. We're going to talk about a 4 card catch, and I'm going to talk about how you can use this in a magical effect. So the cards are coming off the top and the bottom of the deck. So there's one here, one at the bottom. The effect is pretty simple. It's just a pressure between the thumb and the tips of the fingers. The hand moves to the side and then jerks back quickly, allowing the lion's share of the deck to fly into the waiting hand. So in the case of producing the jokers, I'm shuffling from the table, leaving the top card on the top, the bottom card on the bottom. You might want to throw in a false cut, and if you don't know any false cuts, well, I taught these a couple weeks ago. This is a great one. It's the Bobby Bernard false cut, or the end tap false cut. Shuffle the deck, pretend to cut it. When you're ready to take the jokers out, just press the top and the bottom, and boom, there they are. I'm going to teach you how to use that in a trick, a self-working trick. Moving on, let me expound on this. If you don't want to do the jokers, here, this is the first way that I learned to use this cut. Let me just position a couple other cards. We'll give them a shuffle. I'm going to go for 4 cards here. 4 cards, that's 1, 2, 3. Got a bonus. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Let me try that again without the bonus. This is a 4-ace production, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Shuffle the deck, leaving the aces in that position, top and the bottom. Execute the 2 card catch in the left hand and then the 2 card catch in the right hand. Those will be the 4 aces. To reveal them flashily, reach back with your pinkies. Pinch it between the 3rd fingers. That'll turn those over. And then your 1st finger and 2nd finger pinch the 2nd aces. That's what's going to give you that flashy 1, 2, 3, 4 after the 2 card catch. 3rd fingers and pinkies rotate, and then the 1st and 2nd fingers rotate. Now you're a card star. I mean, look at this. That's a photo moment. It's a good time for a screenshot. All right, so there's a 4 card catch that you can watch. And Aksha, I hear you again. Unfortunately, this is not as much of a request session as it is the teacher plans the curriculum. So if you want to do requests, catch me on my regular live, or hey, maybe leave a comment in some of the videos and I'll try and accommodate. But on our Sunday morning sessions, I try to stick to the program. Like, I'm trying to teach this move. If I wander off into 4 Coinville, no one learns anything, and that's why we're here. More than anything with this move, I'd like to talk about the Reinhardt Mueller 3 card catch. This is the move that's integral in Chameleon Sandwich. This is the book I learned it from. That's not true. That's not true. This is the book it was originally published in. That's true. Carl Fold's Epilogue. It's a magazine compilation. Issue 14 has Reinhardt Mueller's 3 card catch. I learned it from Carl Fold's, but in his More Self-Working Card Tricks book. And That's the one we're going to talk about, the self-working version. It's a small setup of 2 cards. Let me do the effect. I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll teach you how to do it. Is there a card trick that can change the grade on my report card? As a magician who tried that trick, probably when I was your age, I don't know it. I tried to change my F in PE into a B, and it was not a good effect. But I digress. Is Jason Maher in the house? Good morning, Jason. Or I guess it's nighttime in Australia. Good morning, good morning. So here's the trick. This is one of the first card tricks that I ever learned. I hope it will serve you well. I got it out of a small paperback book, More Self-Working Card Tricks. You have your friend pick a card. Now, since all my friends are on the other side of the black mirror, I'm just going to take one from the middle. There's the card, the 2 of spades, and I will find it just by tapping the deck. Good morning, Bear. Chris. Eric. Good morning. You know what that does? The old tippy tap? Hurts my finger. It's the same joke, folks. It makes cards turn over in the deck. It makes cards rotate 180 degrees. Here it is, live and in color. Oh. Well, hey, I didn't say it would make your cards turn over. I just said it makes cards turn over in the deck. There they are, turned over in the deck. Fortunately, I can use these cards to find your card. I just put one on the top, one on the bottom. It just takes a second for those 2 cards to find one card in between them. That was the card. Forgot to look. Like it matters. That is the Carl Fulves Quick as a Wink variant of the Reinhardt Mueller 3-card catch. So this works almost the same as the 2-card catch. Again, the 2-card catch, above and below, thumbs and the fingertips, applying pressure. Move to the right, quick jerk to the left, and there's the cards that you want to produce. To do it as a 3-card production, we're going to start with 1 joker on the top, 1 joker on the bottom, but it's side jogged. So it's off to the side. And that allows your second and third, your 3 fingertips to contact the face of the deck as well as the bottom card. So now when you do that 2-card move, the 3rd card, the one on the face of the deck or contacting the fingertips nearest the joker there, that card will come out with the jokers. So to make this a trick, all you need to do is place the jokers next to the selected card, and this happens automatically. All you need to do this is put the jokers face up at the bottom of the deck. So this is your secret setup. Start this way. These cards are here. Don't tell anybody. That's the secret. Have your spectator pick a card. So spread the deck and say pick a card. Now wherever they pick the card, break the deck at that point and put the top cards to the table. Because what's going to happen, you have your spectator put the selected card back, which in this case is the 5 of clubs. Now, when you put the rest of the cards on top, dig it, those 2 jokers are going to go right on top of that selected card. It's what's known as the key card placement. The key card placement, that will allow you to instantly find the joker, or find the selection as you say the jokers turn face up. You say face up in the deck. Oh, well, yeah, I didn't say it would be your card. I just said it would cause cards to turn face up. Haha. You get a little joke. As you put these jokers to the table, move this packet to the top, and that's going to put the selected card right on the top of the deck. From here, it's simple. You just put 1 card, 1 joker on the face of the pack, side jog 1 joker off the bottom, and then do that Reinhardt Mueller 3-card catch. Pressure with the thumb, the fingertips, and on the face. And that's what allows you to instantly find that selected card quickly with almost no skill. So yeah, you get a nice flashy moment. It's also got a fun joke. You know, you say, look, I make 1 card turn over. And then the joke, they're like, that's not my card. And you say, oh, I didn't say it would be. I said the cards would turn over. The jokers will. So you get some built-in entertainment, a little flashy razzmatazz, and with really not a lot of practice. And for this reason, this trick was one of my players for many years as a young man, as a child and a teenager into my adult life. And I still use this move today in my professional work all the time. So you haven't learned the Reinhardt Mueller or the two-card catch, yeah, the two-card catch goes back to Hofzinser and beyond. You can read it in Erdnase if you have that. Check out Catching Two Cards from the Deck. And yeah, I think that's all I had on my agenda. This is going to leave us, I don't know, we'll hang out another 10 minutes. If you guys have something you want to talk about, now is the time. Get a little questions in. Certainly, if you have anything that applies to the things I've talked about today, I'd love to hear those questions, get them in. And know this as well. Post-stream, I'm assuming a lot of your viewers will be here after the live. I'm here for you too. Just drop a line in the comments. I'm here to help, folks. I want to make better magic, and that's how we're going to do it. A little give and take, a little communication. Speaking of making better magic, let me mention my lessons. If you do want to advance yourself as the questions come in, you can get private teaching through conjure.com. It's $30 an hour, a reasonable price for, for live teaching. And, I've got a lot of knowledge I'd love to share. You can also get these lessons as a YouTube member. It's only $20 a month if you do it that way. And hey guys, speaking to the members out there, if you haven't booked your lessons, let's get busy. I've done a few of them. There's a few more of you who haven't signed up yet. All you got to do is go click a date, a time on the calendar. It'll send you an email, and then I'll respond, and we'll get everything set up. No charge for the Conjurer Plus members. And I guess why we're giving credit, I made this graphic today, or why we're doing plug. If you want to follow me on my other social medias, in addition to subscribing here, which I hope you've already done, assuming most of you have, but if you haven't followed me on the TikTok or the Instagram, it's at Conjure on all the platforms. Facebook is reserved for old grumpy people, so if you're not one of those, just follow me on the other platforms. Learning how to point this way. There we go. I don't know. All right, guys, so there's my, that's my curriculum for the day. What's shaking? Chester's been learning magic. Did you learn some things from my jams? Again, if you guys haven't found it, know this, that I do teach magic on the YouTube, over 30 tutorials in counting. And, join me there, free of charge. Go learn some things. Leonard asks, Doug, could you elaborate on the one-on-one lesson you offer? Would you be giving all sorts of lessons like cards, coins, and cups of balls? Or would you just email you and imagine how the lesson will go? Yeah, it's exactly that. So, you email me and tell me what you want to talk about. Now, know this, my forte is sleight of hand magic, right? And if you would like me to just teach you things that I want to talk about, that's fine. But I think the best way to benefit a student is for you to have a topic. Here's an interesting situation. I talked to Eric Johnson last week. He's one of my members, and he wanted to talk about kid shows. Well, kid shows are not my forte, but that's what we talked about for half the session, and I told him what I know, and I know quite a lot as a father of 3, and I've done my fair share of them. I'm not a professional, but the point is, it can be whatever you'd like, with a lot of information to share. I think I can make it a good value for you. And again, if you have any questions as well, I made this graphic too. That's a horrible graphic, but you can email me, conjure@gmail.com. I need to work on that graphic. I'll be happy to answer any questions personally there as well. That's a good place to reach me. Nice to see the kindred spirits in the house. Jason and Josh, Snoop, of course, Goldbug, all the members, Leonard, thank you guys. Is there any questions on the material? Or any questions in general? If not, yeah, drop me an email. I do ask for 48 hours to plan because my life's hectic. But I've calendared 100 hours of teaching a month, so there's lots of hours to teach from. Cronshu asked, could we ask you to reveal any of your tricks? Buddy, I do that quite regularly, actually, on my main channel. I have a tutorial playlist with over 30 tutorials. And then there's events like we're doing today where I teach you, random things. This is mainly for members, but I will be occasionally doing previews for that. Book it, Snoop. I look forward to jamming with you, brother. In addition to teaching beginners, I'm also looking forward to spending time with some advanced practitioners. You certainly know your work, and I'm looking forward to doing a little magic jam. It's like, it's not work for me. That's fun, so cool. Aiden asks, who's my favorite magician? Well, my favorite living magician is a man named David Williamson. We talked about him a little earlier today. We talked, I did the wand spin with this technique. finger palming and this thing where you're tapping to make the sound. Both of those I learned from David Williamson. He's a master of sleight of hand. He's a charming performer and just a brilliant magician. All-time favorite, probably Tommy Wonder. In my pursuits, in my studistic endeavors, studistic, is that a word? All the guys I've studied, Tommy Wonder put the most work in his magic from any magician I've seen. Like if I had to take one guy to watch or spend time with me, you're second now, Jason. Yeah, if it was living, it's David Williamson, then of course Jason Maher. And I'm sure we all love Tommy Wonder. The Books of Wonder, some of the most important magic books ever published in my lifetime. And really, I don't recommend a lot of video works. You won't hear me recommending a lot of them. But one I highly recommend is Tommy Wonder's. It's a 3-volumes set. They titled them something, Visions of Wonder. It's a three DVD set from L&L or A1. Wow. Getting the chance to see Tommy Wonder work, what a master. I endorse Jason's shaved face. I think it's charming and alluring. Watching my tongue. I'm not going to talk about bad humor. Hey, y'all. Yeah, if you don't follow us on the Magic Guys, Jason and Josh, we do our podcast once a week. I mentioned it once today. I'm mentioning it again, and that's probably going to be the last thing I mention. I'm feeling like we can wrap this session up. I have some interesting things I'm going to be working on today. I'm doing a giveaway this week. We're gonna I'm starting the giveaway this week. We're gonna give away Vert V1 card deck P1. I don't know what they are. It's this deck. So stay tuned to shorts for that. I'll direct you to the way to win that. That's coming up. I'm going to start the contest this week. And tomorrow, I'm going to do a weekly Wednesday magic. No, not that at all. Tomorrow is Monday, and I'm doing a history lesson on literally the oldest trick in the book. Everyone says it's the cups. I have other thoughts. And tomorrow, we'll discuss the oldest trick in the book. Stay tuned for that on my magic history lesson. That'll be tomorrow at some point. I'll get it done, and I'll see you then. I guess this is where I say thanks and goodbye. So, hey, y'all, thanks for spending some time with me. Certainly appreciate it. Actually, the oldest trick in the book is Trixie. She's on Bourbon Street, down in the French Quarter. She's been around a while. All right, Chester, I'll check my email and get back to you today. And Dan, that 4 coins and teleport deal is on my agenda. It's called 3 lumps. This is a routine that I featured in my DVD set and my book, and that is absolutely a routine that I'm bringing to my member tutorials in the very near future. It's a crowd favorite, one of my favorites, and you'll enjoy that as well. Stay tuned for that. And with that news, I am outsty, guys. Appreciate your time, your energy, your attention. Thank you much for that. I'll see you on the next one. Ciao for now.